Alrighty, this is part two. This is part two. I just finished working on my book with my younger stepbrother. I just finished working on the book with my younger stepbrother, and now I'll continue the part two, guys. And you guys will not tell the difference because you only listen, you only hear what I'm recording, right? So when I, my part two will feel like I just like a couple minutes ago, but it's not. I'm working on I'm making this video like 35, 40 minutes later. Yeah. Let's talk about the Matrix topic. Continue the topic. So that's my deal for David Zaslav. Obviously, that's my deal for David Zaslav. If he's still CEO by then. If he's not, whoever the CEO is in 10 years from now, whatever it is, I will what? That's my deal. That's my deal for David Zaslav. That's my deal for David Zaslav. I'm saying that's my deal for David Zaslav. $2 billion for the rights of the Matrix franchise, for the rights of the Matrix brand, obviously. But there's gonna be conditions and terms. Yeah, Ivan, what are your conditions? Okay, these are my conditions. The Wachowski sisters have to agree to direct my three movies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the Wachowski sisters, and you can have David Zaslav be in the room if you want. You call the Wachowski sisters, they meet David Zaslav in his office with me and VJ, obviously, and I tell them, okay, I plan on purchasing the rights off this Matrix brand. I heard you guys don't want to do the Matrix trilogy anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this trilogy. Are you guys on board to do this trilogy, the three movies? You'll be safe for 10 years of your life, and I'm willing to offer you a lot of money for the movie, obviously. Ivan, how much you want to pay? It's okay. I'll pay you a 3 million bonus for the first movie for pre-production, obviously, because all my Matrix movies are only take a good 2.5 years. They're all 2.5 year projects. They're not that long. So I'm saying, a good 3 months I can write the script. Yeah, I'll pay you 3 months for pre-production. You guys will be my executive producers, my co-writers, and my directors. So Ivan, you want us to direct all three movies? Yes, I want both you guys to direct all three movies. I don't want anyone else touching the Matrix franchise. I'm not kidding around. I don't trust anyone to do a good job for the Matrix. The Wachowski sisters are the ones who created that brand, and they know the brand inside and out. They're the best people to direct the movie. My guys, if you're not on board for this Matrix trilogy, I'm not pushing the rights off this Matrix brand. I'm gonna tell David Zaslav, look, man, the only way I'm gonna purchase the rights off this Matrix brand. There's conditions. The Wachowski sisters have to agree to direct my three movie trilogy for 10 years. You have to commit for 9, 10 years of their life, which they will. Yeah, I'm like, guys, you're gonna be safe for 10 years of your life. I'm willing to pay a lot of money. I'll pay them 3 million signing bonus for the first movie, and I'll pay them like a $50 million base salary, and I'll give them 0.02% of the profit. They're worth like I don't know 25 million bucks around there. Give them 0.0. They're worth about 30 million bucks for Cosby Sisters around there, right? Give them like 0.02% of the profits, which is like I don't know 11 million in royalties, 10 million royalties. A good deal. You sign like your 27, $28 million deal. If they want like something crazy like 50 with my guys, I'm not gonna pay you $50 million. You're not worth it, man. You're not that big. Like, yeah, you did Matrix, but after the Matrix, you guys didn't do anything big after the Matrix. The Wachowski sisters are not that big. They're pretty big, but they're not that big. They're not Peter Jackson's, I'm saying. They're not Peter Jackson. They're not Christopher Nolan. They're not Quentin Tarantino. Sir? They're not Quentin Tarantino's. I'm saying they're pretty big, but they're not that big. So I'll pay you $3 million because they're gonna ask me, Ivan, how much you want to pay us? Okay, fine. I'll pay you $3 million. I'll pay you $3 million. So what I'll do is whenever I talk with David Zaslav and the board members at Warner Bros. Obviously, I'm gonna call up the Wachowski sisters agents, and I'm gonna have them meet with me and the Warner Bros. Execs. I'm gonna tell them my story. I'm saying, okay, guys, I'm considering I want to purchase the rights off the Matrix franchise from Warner Bros. I need you guys on board for the movie. If you guys are not on board I heard you guys don't want to do the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Ivan, how much you want to pay? Okay, I'll pay you $3 million bonus for pre-production. That's a lot of money, and I'll pay you a $15 million base salary, and I'll give you 0.02% of the. Give them, even if they're worth like $15-20 million, I'll give them 0.02 to keep them happy. I can even give them 0.03. Give them 0.03 to keep them happy. That way that. Okay. What's it gonna take for you guys to be on board? Okay, fine. I'll give you 0.03% of the profits, which is a good like $13-14 million in royalties, and I'll pay you like a $3 million bonus and a $15 million salary. You guys sign like your $33 million deal. It's a good paycheck. You don't make that in Hollywood. And then for the second movie, I'll pay you a $4 million bonus, and I'll pay you $17 million salary. I'll give you 0.0. I'll give you 0.03. In the third movie, I'll pay you a $5 million bonus, and I'll pay you like $20 million salary, and I'll give you 0.03. I'm not going higher for the royalty amount. You get your flat zero. You get your 0.03. If they want 0.07, my guys, I'm not going to give you 0.07. You're not worth it, man. You're not. You're an A-list. You're big directors, but you're not that big, man. I'm not going to do like that, man. 0.03 is good. As realistically speaking, I should be giving you 0.01, but I'm nice to give you 0.03. That way, you work hard for me. And that way, I have you guys on. If you have them, offer them a lot of money, they might perhaps agree. Okay, Ivan, you guys, if you're not on board with this, I'm not gonna tell this story, man. I need you guys. I don't trust any director in Hollywood to do to make to tackle this project. I only trust you guys. You guys know the Matrix inside and out, and I want you guys helping me with the story, planning the story, the scripts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The story, the scripts. I need you guys on board. Now I'll get them. I'll get them to sign that. I'll get them on board. You know what I'm saying? I'll get them on board. Obviously, I'll get them on board. Because I heard the Wachowski sisters never want to direct Matrix ever again. They said after I heard they didn't even want to make Resurrections, and Warner Bros. Got them to make Resurrections, obviously, and they said they're never making any Matrix movies after that. And you can tell they didn't care about the Matrix. They just wrote some shitty script, and there was a cash grab, and and I never want to do Matrix again, guys. You know, some be Ivan. If you tell this kind of story, and as long as you're on board, Ivan, it's a deal, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, if I get the Wachowski sisters to direct my movie and write it, that's the first condition, obviously. The second condition is you have to erase your resurrection mess from the face of the map. You have to erase it. Hi, what do you mean erase? What I mean is you have to what? You have to delete it. You have to erase it. Don't hate me. You have to erase it from the face of the earth, man. No stores can sell it. Amazon can no longer sell it. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to make those calls. I do not want to make those calls. No, you have to make those calls. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Matrix Resurrection is erased. It can no longer be sold anywhere worldwide. Yes. It can no longer be sold on Amazon. It can no longer be sold on eBay. It can no longer be sold at Best Buy. All these video stores can no longer be sold there. It can no longer be sold on YouTube. The brand is dead. It's erased. It's gone. It's deleted from the face of the earth, man. If you want me to tell this story, guys, you have to erase Resurrection. I don't want it to be a part of canon. If it's a part of canon, I will not be able to tell my story. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but Ivan, man, we already made the movie, man. We spent hundreds of millions of dollars. We spent a lot of money on this, Ivan. I'm like, guys, your Matrix Resurrection brand is what? It's a failure. It flopped. You lost, guys. You didn't even make money off this. It lost money. You need to erase this brand from the face of the map, man. Erase it. Oh, I will erase it for you. Yeah, they'll agree to do that, Ivan. Look, man. When I buy the Matrix brand, I don't want to be making all these calls and having all erased. No, you have to make those calls. You guys know. You guys are the ones who have the power to greenlight it for it to be sold worldwide. I want you to ungreenlight it. I want it erased from the map. Make those calls. Yeah. Once you made the calls and the brand is not. Hey Ivan, we did what you told us to do. The brand is erased. It will no longer be sold anywhere. It will no longer be available anywhere worldwide. Yes, it's erased. Erase it on IMDb if you have to. You can keep. You know what I'm saying? Chances are Wikipedia will still have Matrix Resurrection on Wikipedia, but they'll say like the brand is now obsolete. It's erased. It's no longer available worldwide. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because I purchased rights of the Matrix and I want the brand erased. Yeah. The brand is erased from the face of the map. It's erased from the face of the map. The brand is erased from the face of the map. See what I'm saying? It is erased from the face of the map. The brand. It's erased. The brand is erased from the face of the map. It is erased. You see what I'm saying? Those are my 2 terms and conditions. If you guys do not, if one of these terms if one of these terms is unsuccessful, obviously I will not purchase the rights of the Matrix. And I'll just make my 4 movies. I'll make The Great Escape my other movies. As I put Warner Bros. In the pickle, yeah, I haven't had something to lose. Yes, I have nothing to lose. If you don't follow my conditions, if you don't accept my terms and conditions, I'm not gonna purchase your Matrix brand. I'm just gonna make my 4 movies. And you guys will not get your $2 billion. And you guys will not see that story told in the big screen, obviously. You will not see that story told in the big screen. You want that story told, you need to what? You want that story told, you need to honor my what? You need to accept my terms and conditions. That's my offer. And if Warner Bros. Gets greedy and they want like $3 billion, my guys, I'm not gonna pay you $3 billion. You rip me off. I'm not gonna fucking pay you $3 billion. You rip me off. Your Matrix brand is not worth that. Your games were not the Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix were not like huge hits. They were okay games. They probably maybe did, I don't know, maybe $80 million, $60 million, whatever it is, but they weren't hits like Last of Us. I'm not going to let you do it like that. My deal is $2 billion. I am basing my amount based on how much your Matrix franchise did. Your Matrix franchise grows $1.5 billion. And your games were okay, and you also have your merchandise. Your brand is worth a good $1.82 billion for the Matrix. Because Warner Bros. Is greedy, they want more money. I'm like, guys, I'm not going to do like that, man. $2 billion is my offer for the deal. If you think I'm going to give you $4 billion, you're crazy. Your brand is... Matrix is not Star Wars. Not even close to Star Wars. It's a big brand, but it's not as big as Star Wars. Star Wars is much bigger than the Matrix. Star Wars, you have much higher sales in games. All the Star Wars games are successful games, man. You know what I'm saying? Successful games and successful books, successful merchandise. The Matrix brand is not successful as Star Wars. But once I purchase the rights off the Matrix and I make that trilogy, the Matrix brand, my guys, the Matrix brand is better off in my hands. If I purchase your Matrix brand, I'm going to tell that amazing story. And if I make games, my Matrix brand will become bigger than even Star Wars. Yeah, man. If I purchase the rights off the Matrix will now become bigger than Star Wars. become a more popular brand than Star Wars because I am now the one. Obviously, it's in my hands. The movies are going to gross tens of billions, obviously, and the games are going to do billions too. They're going to do much more than all these Star Wars games. Yeah, my merchandise will sell like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With my Matrix movies, I'll sell posters and mugs, and I might perhaps sell toys and T-shirts, perhaps for the Matrix brand. I'll think about it. Sell um toys, and I might perhaps turn it into a game. Oh, even how top notch was the game? Remember that game? Remember that Unreal Engine technology that came out? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. That Unreal Engine game that came out. Rabbit played on the channel. Yeah, think of technology like even better than that. Because I'm putting $400 towards my Matrix game. Yeah, you tell the story of the one. And I'll make 3 games. If I make the game. If I don't make the game, I will not make any games. I'll just make the movie and sell merch. So if me and Vijay do not decide to make games off the movies, I will not make a Matrix game. But I think it'd be cool to make a Matrix game. You get the life of the one. You know what I'm saying? And he's in school. He's in high school, and you see him in class. Something cool like that. Yeah. Something really cool. Yeah. Some saying. So those are my terms and conditions, guys. If you don't erase that mess, that resurrection mess from the face of the map, I am not touching your Matrix franchise. And if the Wachowski sisters do not agree to direct the 3 movies, I'm not making your Zayas. Yeah, but you can easily have someone else direct it. Yeah, I could, but I don't trust anyone else to do as good of a job. I need the Wachowski sisters to be on board because they're the ones who created that brand, man. They create. I'm saying it's like saying someone else can do a better job than Peter Jackson for Lord of the Rings. Someone else can do a better job than George Lucas for Star Wars. Like George Lucas created Star Wars, Peter Jackson created Lord of the Rings. There's no one better for Lord of the Rings than Peter Jackson. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a similar example. I don't trust any other director to do a good job for the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, who would be your second choice if the Wachowskis are not on board? I would probably choose. I don't know. Something tells me Christopher Nolan would be the right man for the Matrix trilogy if the Wachowski sisters are not on board. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because Christopher Nolan did The Dark Knight, and he did. Christopher Nolan is into those complicated movies. He did Tenet. He would have a lot of good ideas for my story, and you know what I'm saying. He'd probably be the best man to direct my trilogy. But I told you, if the Wachowski sisters are not on board, I'm not touching the brand. As I don't trust anyone at the director to do this. If Christopher Nolan directed my Matrix trilogy, it'd probably still be a masterpiece. It'd be a good movie. But I don't think it'd be as good as if the Wachowski sisters directed. The Wachowski sisters know that no. Christopher Nolan is a better director than the Wachowski sisters. Obviously, he's a bigger director. Obviously, but like he's not as good. He's not the best man for the Matrix. The Wachowski sisters are the best man for the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Wachowski sisters are the best people for the Matrix. The Wachowski sisters are the best people for the Matrix because they're the ones who created the brand. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if they're gonna ask me, okay, Ivan, what's your story? Pitch me your story. You know what I'm saying? And me and Vijay, we take all the notes that we took, obviously, for the movie, obviously, and I pitched them the three movies. Like, holy shit, Ivan, that's your story? I'm like, yeah. Holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece. Why didn't I think of that? Holy shit, Ivan, you're gifted. You know what I'm saying? Deja vu, huh? There's a glitch in the Matrix. Smith comes back. Yes. Yeah, Ivan, how does Smith come back? Yeah. In the end of Revolutions, Smith copies himself onto Neo, and then Neo becomes the Smith Neo. And then when the machines destroy Neo in the real world, and they end up destroying, they end up destroying Smith through the Smith Neo, obviously, and the Matrix, obviously. Neo essence lived on, and part of Smith lived on too. Part of Smith was imprinted onto Neo, hence the virus Smith was never fully destroyed. And he somehow, when there's a glitch in the Matrix, Because there's a glitch in the Matrix. So there's a reverse happening, and the virus Smith Ivan, how's he come back? And I'm saying, and I don't know exactly how he comes back, but we're gonna have to talk this over and discuss it. You see what I'm saying? Discuss it, obviously, right? Discuss it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And if I choose to purchase a Matrix van, after what? Yeah. When will you call Warner Bros? If I decide to purchase that Matrix franchise, I will give Warner Bros a call during those 8 months before, with VJ, obviously. Early development negotiations, obviously. And then afterwards, I'll call you guys after I film my movie, my Zane's movie. And then once I get my $20 million check for my merch, I will call Warner Bros. And we're gonna further our discussion with the negotiations. Obviously, fly in the Wachowski sisters. We have a meeting with David Zaslav, myself. I tell them my story. Okay, are you guys on board? And they're gonna ask, hey Ivan, how much you want to pay me? And I'm willing to pay you this amount of money. Is that enough? Ivan, that's enough. You don't make this in Hollywood, Sarah. But the Wachowski sisters might get greedy and they might try and get like 0.1%. My guys, I'm not gonna give you 0.1%. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You're not worth that, man. I'm not gonna give you like fucking like $60 million, guys. You're fucking crazy. You're not worth that. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you like 0.03. That's a nice like $13-14 million in royalties. That's enough. And I'll pay your nice 15 million salary, 3 million bonus, 4 million bonus. You know what I'm saying? 17-18 million salary and like 5 million bonus and 20-21 million salary. And you get like 14 million bonus. You guys sign like your $30+ million deal. It's a good deal. You're gonna walk away with millions in your bank. It's a good deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a good deal. Obviously. And for the Cosby sisters, I can give them a piece of the merch. To keep them happy, you can give them a nice piece of the merch. Give them a nice 0.0, like 1% of the merch, because they're the creators of the Matrix. And if you want them to sign on board, you offer them a lot of money. Okay, fine. You're the exception. I'll give you 0.01% of the merch. You'll make a nice $5-6 million for the merch for all my 3 movies. That's a good deal. So you sign like your 35, almost $40 million deal, guys, for all each of my movies. It's a good deal, Ivan. That's a good deal, Ivan. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Now let's talk the process. Hence why Peter Jackson. So I'm speaking hypothetically if I purchase the rest of the Matrix. Hence why Peter Jackson is gonna ask me, Ivan, what movie are you doing next? Like, Peter, you want to know? Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, Peter, I'm gonna do a Matrix trilogy with VJ. A Matrix trilogy? Like, Ivan, like, are you saying you want to purchase the rights off Warner Bros? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make each of my movies for like $660 million. $660 million each. Holy shit! Looking at an unheard of Matrix movie, Ivan. Something better technology even the originals. The originals were only made for like $60-80 million. You got a movie like that. I'm like, yeah. You know, Ivan, like, are you gonna like have Keanu Reeves or you? No, I'm gonna be the one. You're gonna be the new one. No, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Peter's like, Ivan, how's that possible? Like, how are you gonna make? Are you gonna reboot it or are you gonna do a sequel? No, I'm gonna do a sequel. Yeah, but Ivan, they already made a sequel. They made the Resurrection. No, Peter, I'm gonna erase it from the face of the map. I'm gonna erase that mess from the face of the map. Ivan, how are you gonna do that? Yeah, I'm gonna put Warner Bros. In the pickle. I'm gonna have my terms and conditions. The Wachowski sisters have to direct it. And they have to erase the Resurrection movie from the face of the map, which means the movies will no longer be available for purchase anywhere worldwide. At stores, online, on Amazon, on YouTube, it's dead, it's done, it's gone, it's deleted. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, you're gonna piss those Resurrections actors off. I don't care how those Resurrection actors feel. They already did their movie, they got their check, the movie flopped, it's dead, it's done. I'm gonna erase it from the face of the map. And I'm going to tell my story, which is a continuation of the originals, obviously. And then Peter Jackson, okay, Ivan, what's your story? You know, I said, he already knows some of my videos. I tell Peter, yeah, Peter, this is my idea for the 3 movies. And Peter, he's like, holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece. Holy shit, Ivan, you're gifted. How do you do it, man? That's like all like you're you know what I'm saying? You're honoring the Wachowski sisters. Yes, I'm honoring the Wachowski sisters brand. You know what I'm saying? And what? You know, Ivan, your story is very consistent with the originals. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense for something like that to happen. There's a glitch in the Matrix, deja vu, like happened in the first one. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Neo saved Zion, but he made what? Neo saved Zion, but he made a what? He made a minor mistake. He let Smith copy himself onto him. He made an error, obviously. You see what I'm saying? He made an error. He made an error. You see what I'm saying? He made an error. Obviously. Right? So let's talk. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's going to be, Ivan, can I direct your Matrix trilogy, Ivan? I'm like, no, Peter. You're not good for the Matrix. Yeah, but Ivan, I'm like, you're talented. Really? Yes, Peter, you're very talented. If Peter directed the Matrix movie, it'd probably still be a masterpiece, obviously, but like he's not the best man for the Matrix. Like, Peter, you're not the best man for the Matrix, man. You're not the best man for the Matrix. You were perfect for Zanes, but you're not good. Yeah, but Ivan, you know what I'm saying? All the Zanes actors are going to ask you, Ivan, what movie are you doing next? I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm going to purchase the rights off the Matrix franchise. I'm going to do a Matrix trilogy. A Matrix trilogy, yeah? Like a 3-movie trilogy? Like, yeah. Like a 10-year project. And Ivan, I want to be in that Matrix trilogy. I'm like, guys, you're not good for the Matrix. Because all the Zanes actors, they all want to, they know if they're in that Matrix trilogy, they're going to be saved for another like 10 years. And they're going to make their millions, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Because John Boyega knows if he's in my Matrix movie, obviously, John Boyega knows what? John Boyega knows I can pay him more money. Because once John Boyega does Zanes, he'll pretty much be an A-list actor. He now knows I can pay him his $9.5 million, and I can give him his 0.01%. He knows he'll make his millions off my Matrix movies. I don't know, for the Matrix 1 he makes 9.5, Matrix 2 he makes 10.5, Matrix 3 he makes 11.5, 12. And he gets 0.1 for the first, 0.2 for the second, and 0.2 for the third. He knows he can make his millions, obviously, and he'll be safe for 10 years. He'll make his millions off the games. He knows he'll be safe for 10 years. Hence why they're all going to beg, obviously. Yvonne Jordan, because they're all going to want to be in that Matrix movie badly, man. I was like, Ivan, you're doing a Matrix trilogy? Like, you're the one? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How much are you making it for? I don't know, like $660 million. Like, holy shit. You're looking at an amazing Matrix movie, Ivan. Something even better technology, even what you got for the Matrix originals. Yeah. The first Matrix was only made for $60 million, and you got a movie like that. Matrix Reloaded was only made for about $100 million around there, 80, $100 million. You got a movie like that. Matrix Revolutions was made for about 80, $100 million. You got a movie like that, and I'm making it for $660 million. You know what I'm saying? And my idea is that the Matrix is upgraded because it's been 100 years. The Matrix looks more top notch, and Zion is more advanced too because it's 100 years later. It's a newer generation. Everything is updated. You know what I'm saying? All the computer software in Nebuchadnezzar is all upgraded too. You know what I'm saying? Everything is upgraded. Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, man. And that's why Peter and the actors are going to beg, obviously, because they're going to want to be in that Matrix trilogy so badly. I'm like, Peter, you're not good for the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? But Barry Osborne, if I do the Matrix trilogy, I might have him be my assistant producer for all my three Matrix movies. And he'll be saved for, like, I don't know, he'll be saved for a good, like, I don't know, 15 years of his life, man, around there, 14 years of his life. He'll be saved. Because Barry Osborne produced the Matrix. So he'd probably be the best man to produce my 3 Matrix movies. Have him be your assistant producer. I'd give him a raise, pay him $850,000 for Zanus, and then for the Matrix movie, I'd pay him $1 million. $1 million, and then Matrix 2, you pay him $1.2 million. And then Matrix 3, you pay him $1.4 million as assistant producer. Give him a small little raise, but he doesn't get a piece of the royalties because he's not worth. He's an assistant producer. You can give Barry Osborne a good deal like that. Which you'll accept. All right, that's a good deal. I don't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't make. You're assistant producer, Barry. I'm not going to pay you like $5 million. You're fucking crazy. Whereas Peter and Fran, all of them, they're only good for Zanes. After Zanes, I'm like, Peter, you're good for Zanes. You're not good for Matrix at all. You're not a Matrix guy. So I'm saying, I'm not going to do like that. So let's say if I decide to purchase the rights off the Matrix, obviously, and the Wachowski sisters agree, they're on board. Ivan, I'm sold. If you tell that story, I want to be a part of this story and be a part of that fame with you, Ivan. Yeah. And for my Matrix movie, you're looking at fame probably just as crazy as Zanus, because it's a Matrix. It's an Ivan Matrix movie, Ivan VJ Matrix movie. Me as the one kicking ass, you're looking at unheard of buzz, man. Something probably just as crazy as Zanus. As I told you, the Matrix movie will rival Zanus. The buzz will, the story will rival Zanus, and the buzz will even rival Zanus. Some people might even like it better than Zanus. I highly doubt it. Zanus will be a better movie, but some people might even like it better than Zanus because I'm the one kicking ass, man. Like, me as the one kicking ass is fighting all these agents is fucking cool. In the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? And the Matrix is a popular brand, obviously. That's what I'm saying. Right? Right? So if I choose to make that Matrix movie, I'm going to plan it all out I'm going to plan the 3 volumes. I'm going to plan the 3 movies I'm going to plan the first movie with VJ. And I'm going to plan some of the second movie. And some of the third movie with VJ. You know what I'm saying? And once the Zanus movie is over and the buzz dies down, I'm going to fly in the Wachowski sisters, have them stay in Vancouver. I'll pay for their hotel. Or for the Matrix movie, I'm going to what? Yeah, for the Matrix movie, I'm going to fly in the Wachowski sisters like while I take my vacation. During my 8 months for the movie, obviously, I'm going to do early before I'm even hard at work in the office with my 17 and all them. I'm going to fly into Wachowski sisters. I'm going to have them meet me in Vancouver, and I'm going to have them in my boardroom, and we're gonna plan it out make some plans. Because okay, guys, the Matrix is complicated shit. We need to really plan this thing out, man. That way you get a good story. I don't want us to half-ass it like we did for the Resurrections. We need to tell this amazing story. I'm saying. So before I'm officially hard at work for the Matrix first movie, obviously, if I do the Matrix trilogy in the office, a couple months prior, I'm gonna fly in the Wachowski sisters earlier, and I'll have them meet me in my office. I'm saying, and I'm gonna I pitch them my story, and me and VJ hand them our notes, and we go over the notes, and we go over all 3 scripts. We go, okay. I print out the Matrix script, Matrix 2, Matrix. We go over the entire script. We discuss the story. Okay, this is my story, and we take notes. We don't have to write the script. We just discuss. We plan it out. We plan it out, detail to detail, of what we want to happen in the first movie, the second movie, the third movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You plan out that way. You get a really good movie. Because for a movie like The Matrix, you have to really pour in your blood, sweat, and tears, work your ass off, and plan that shit up, man. Okay, I want this movie to be an amazing movie. Hence why I'm gonna before we're even officially hard at work writing the script, before we even pen on the script, I'll fly you guys in for a couple months earlier. We're gonna do like I'll have you guys stay in Vancouver for a good like month, and we're gonna discuss the 3 volumes, and I'll pay for the hotel out of my pocket. I'll have him stay in a nice suite. I'll pay for it out of my pocket. Me and VJ have billions in the back. We easily afford it. Show my calendar.